Gonna give a moment here. We're gonna let Twitter start, and then we're gonna start working. So we're a minute early, which is actually, I guess, rare for us at this point. Twitter to start. Okay. Anyway, more Vtuber Mascot Parade, BS, as we can call it. So let's pull up Jira. I probably should have brought up Jira sooner. I might bad on that. It's on another window because I might need to log in. Actually, I need to do it on Firefox because I don't have it on Chrome. The one related to this, I mean. Okay, I might have pulled that too soon. Okay. So I want to do more with enemy waves. I had a few ideas to fix that. I believe today I need to add another character also. I need to actually check my post for a sec. I will find it real quick. So we are going to make another character today also. Probably won't finish them either, but at least have their abilities operational. Same with Shy Lily's Shrimpies. And we'll add more to their model too today, later. But first, we're going to deal with more gameplay mechanics. After the stream yesterday, I did add more waves, technically, just so that the game would be a little bit more fun and a little bit hard at the end, with waves in theory. But there's a few things I want to add, like what wave we're on, and maybe some randomness into it, or like a wave that has the ability to repeat. So that's a few things we're gonna do. Yes, and today's plan was the geckos from Zentrea. Yay. That one's gonna take some effort though. We'll do that very last today. So, and the geckos I want to be going 4 directions also. We're gonna have to go back and revisit the Saba one because that's the only one that's gonna be uniquely animated with a 360 scope on it. So that one might need to be addressed somehow. Either we change how melee works a little bit or something. Because I do like the concept of it just snaps in the direction of something, but that snap might need to change. So if I pull up paint.net, just to give an example of what I'm talking about. So right now, it's whatever direction they're facing. There's supposed to be a hitbox and another hitbox that covers, and the claw is supposed to go snap into. There's a bug right now that keeps the claw from snapping with the crabs. So it's a very bad hitbox. So I also did this at an angle to represent that this is an angle issue. So we make black the hitbox. That's supposed to be the hitbox, basically. There in front of them. Now, one solution we could do is reanimate them similar to how everything else is animated. So we have like basically just a square where they are, and wherever they're facing is the damage block. Or they can have like a quick turnaround animation wherever they're facing and have that work on too. So a few options we could do for them eventually when we revamp them, because their model is not the best. We actually pull up the Godot thing here, so give it a second. There we go. So yeah, theirs is not the best because it doesn't mesh well with the other models, so we might have to redo that one. I guess it may not look horrible in a certain game, but it's not going to look great in this in the end. So we need to improve that drastically. You know, I'm just going to show off what's currently in the game. It's pretty normal. So I'll show off the newest models from yesterday. So Takadashi's got a major improvement. But I should full screen this. Takadashi's got the major improvement there. And these are our best model, and these are new. So this was 2 streams ago, but they're the best model so far still. Takadashi's probably second best. When I get Vito improved, I like the Vito one more than I probably should. It might stay somewhat the same. Dragoon's gonna need improvement probably soon. I might do that today, but I want to finish more on the Shy Lily there. Dragoons will be handled later, so yeah, those are those. Hope Soda probably needs more improvement, legitimately. And the cube is probably the worst model in the game now. Followed probably by Unironical Crab Bros. I hate those. Those are my 2 worst now. I'm not counting the newest one yet, because that one's not done. So, and there's also the weird bug though. So with that one, but it's gonna be changed. Oh yeah. And I also want to change. Oh yeah, I forgot. They now also face direction. If you can kind of see, might be hard to see, but they now face the direction the party's moving. So that's something I also want to implement to some of the other characters over time. So it actually looks really nice in the game. And I think we need to get more space between the characters now that they got more details on them too. Like before it was fine, but now that the characters are going to have details I want to have visible, yeah, it just won't work. Hope Soda is pretty cool though. Oh, I forgot they exploded. You have some sort of indicator on the evil ones of that too. But they work for now as that is. So, yeah, I got caught in the game. Whoopsie. Just how that goes generally. Anyway, as I said, I wanted to work on game mechanics real quick. So, last time we left off, we added a wave mechanic. So, let's go to world. I believe it's going to be... Yes. Alright, just checking chats. But no one's said anything yet, which is fine. Okay. Right, I wanted to go into world. So... brand new thing called capabilities. Maybe not capabilities. That's too vague. Maybe just controls. No. I almost want to say interactables. I'm going to call it entities for now, which is also abstract. And when it's capital, we don't want that to be capital. This will cause an issue. Okay. So we're going to refactor spawner into there. We're going to refactor enemy wave into there. So we want this to become an abstract class. So. So, we're going to rename this one to Static Enemy Wave. So that's the whole point of this one, is it's just plain flat. We might have to change some code somewhere. But we're going to create a new script called Enemy Wave. So, a few things it needs to store. It does need to store spawn time. So, Enemy Wave. It's going to extend resource. Okay, then we have spawn time on this side of it. Should not be cyclical. Oh, because I didn't change the name of that. Nah, whatever. Yeah, enemy wave and static enemy wave. So, bar, right, 0. So, I want to just do a basic array. So, bool has next. False for now. Make sure it always returns a boolean. Just bool. Yep, I'm not even bothered with that. Oh, I need to do func. I'm sorry, I'm typing like a C+ developer or something. Or actually, in this case, probably PHP. It's fine though. And then we need to do get next, or next enemy. And now we're going to turn null. And I believe we do have an enemy script. Yes. Cool. So we're required to return an enemy. Can I do like, is there optional parameters it can do? Okay, I'm assuming not. I'm assuming that it allows nulls. No, we're assuming it allows nulls. Even so, we shouldn't be using this one. Static enemy wave, current. So, current actually was -1 when I'm going to do the trick. So. So, bool has next. And I didn't do it the godot way, did I? Next enemy. That's next. So return current does not equal the length of the enemy. Dot size. Function, which is going to lazy copy. Next enemy. Stuck a little bit because I had to. Well, no, I don't have to remake anything because now it's going to be random and speed's going to be. The spawner time. Good, we have spawn time there. Cool. We don't have to change that logic at all. Did I'm thinking every other language but Godot at the moment. And lazy besides. Okay, and in theory, we should be able to return enemy. Actually, here we can current ++, or current equals current +1. That works on mentally imagining it does. Oh, they're integers. They're integers. It's just modulus. I remember facing that last week, where float cannot be modularized. Well, that's not the main point. So take the current, which would be -1, which would be then 0. And obviously modulus of 0 is 0. So let's just say there's 9 elements. We're on the 9th. Well, if it's an infinite loop of creating enemies, we'll know in a minute. Yeah, we return an enemy. Actually, we should do -1. Some point there. Actually, that is an idea I can do. Guarantee. There. No, we never hit it. Crappy, but it'll work. Probably is a slightly better method. There probably was the better method I was having it at, but I'm tired. I don't want to think too hard on it. Anyway, since it is static, we can just take the enemies, and we can check which element they're on. Initialize. Ta-da! Okay. Back to the spawner. So we don't have to store where we're in the spawn anymore at this level. Should have keep instant spawn time, but we don't need the look at that. Ooh. Is that one? No, it is. That is that one. Current spawn. Yep, we don't need that. Right, because it goes in reverse. But we don't need that anymore. We do that. One of our enemy equals waves. Next enemy. Now, there's a reason we're doing this. I want to have a randomizer. Randomizers are always cool. So, what is that doing? Oh yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. No, we don't even need this here anymore. Let me just put it up there. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, I see a problem. Or we could just do that, and then when the waves start, it fixes. Whew. Okay, so we need a reset function. Cool. So we can just go back to this. Need that. We'll probably do plus equals 1. Oh, yeah. And then function reset. Turn back to -1. There. Good, I did change the type automatically. Still all the data though. Yes. Cool, cool, cool. Hopefully there's no errors. We'll know in a minute. So, let's build the ultimate team. If I can heal. Oh, code crash. Index is 18. Okay, that is probably not supposed to happen. It really is not supposed to happen. That should be equal to -1. I got up 1. As next, going to spawn enemy. That's what's wrong. Used to be something else, basically. So, if we have a next, then we do it. Worked for a half second. 92? What the heck? How many frames is that being called? Oh my god. And that's right there. Oh. Okay. Actually, solution is that. I feel like it's trying the hardest one first. What the heck? Actually, nothing but be support class. Why is it doing the non-support class? Huh. Sorry. Just don't know. Now it's starting higher than it should, because it should be starting -1. I was saying this multiple times. Okay, I should just do it as next. So let's put on the has next. Let's see what wave we're on that. Let's last as long as possible with no lows. So -1. It should not be doing -1. Okay. We know the issue. I guess Godot and Python. Oh yeah, Python does the reverse erase stuff. Okay. It's fine. We have a solution, which was to just set it to 0. So now we can add a random round or two. So, another thing we want to do is we're going to have a wave name. So, wave name. Var. Wave name. Sorry, scratchy. Okay, anyway. Next enemy. All that fun stuff. So. Oh, that's the text. So, we're going to add a text. I should mix UI elements into this, but we're going to see if we can. Not edit text though. We'll label. Text to be red, I think. Bolder than that. So. Oh! Sorry. I hurt my stretch. Hurt a little. So, when we switch to the art side of things, we're going to switch to the art stream. A little bit of code. So, just a small heads up on that. We'll try to do the code first, actually, but we may end up doing a little bit of code for the art part. But, hey, that sometimes code is art. Can't really do much about that. And vice versa. Oh, no. Yeah. So, warning label. Yeah. World script. Actually, it should be wave label. Enemy wave label. Okay, happy with that. Where's Module? No, let's just make modulus nothing. Attach script. Yeah, I'll go with that. So, function set text. Text substring and time, which is a double, I want to say. Or double meaning time. This is not meant to be double. Started time. So, in theory, what this will do is started time will equal time and remaining time equals time. The function process. So, modulate.alpha equals remaining time divided by started time. And we're going to make remaining time minus the delta. Alright, that was simple. I don't know why that's complaining still yet. Okay, I don't care what it's called. Just capital string then? Okay, I might bother. Probably gonna complain that it's not something else. Mark text. Okay, and we need set text actually. Let's make sure that works. Text. Ah, that's why it. That's why it's instant when the game starts. Okay, we'll do ready function, which is fine by me actually. Function ready. We want to find enemy A. Set the warning. So time Yeah, we should just. Yeah, I guess we can do that stuff at the time. It's probably best. I have no idea if that's going to change. I'm really fudging it up right now. Oh, shit. Oh. Alright, work text. Oh, why does it start YouTube? Okay. Turn my phone. Oh, man. Worry about that later. Oh. Sorry, I'm still in pain from physical stuff. Okay. So, anyway. Oh, we're paused currently. Oh, no, we're not. We're paused. Why is it going to pause so much? Assume that is. Anyway. I'm going to do a little silly trick here. Set up one. I don't know if I want to do that way. We're going to do it one morning at a time. We're going to do it that way. Going for this. Oh. Actually, that is a class. I need to have that be a... Or it's not a class yet, but it's code, so... Let's not have it follow that name. Even though, for some reason, that everyone wants to go that way, I think. Animate wave label. We're back on this. Close the others just to make sure. Consistency, that is the most important thing as a developer. So, that is my lesson to everyone out there. Oh. Anyway, so I'm thinking if remaining time is not Not greater than 0. Actually, it should be this way. It should be greater than 0. Then it should probably return. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, step warning processes that, and if there is already warning, then it's not going to do it the next round. Cool. So, as always, we need to actually, we need to set up the level, actually. Then we test. And then we move on to the next thing. Which I guess would actually be a setup steps, because I want to make one more spawner class. And then we move on to the next actual thing, which is probably character improvements. Alright. Distracted. So label settings. Distracted again. Actually get into the world. Get enemy, get spotter. There we go. And we're gonna name every one of these. So wave 1. Dutchy. Salt. I'm trying to spell that right. I didn't spell it right. I am so sorry. Dutchy. Oh, it is with 2 S's. Okay, I'm just bad at naming stuff. Okay, and grade. Wave 6. Track final. So final stand. That always sounds cool. All right. So probably want that, and a bunch of beetle. It shouldn't be the same wave. Also, I'm going to reframe how that's centered to the screen, but we'll work on that in a second. Thinking a bit, sorry. I probably should talk when I'm thinking. I'm like half asleep, I'm sorry. So, why am I in the menu utils? I completely lost my train of thought because I was trying to keep awake from those other thoughts. So, enemy wave label. It's wrong. It is displaying wrong, at least. We need to make the text center, probably. We'll make text center. I don't care about that. Modulus is 0 at the moment. We could just be center, but it looked way off center. It's probably not based off the. Like that. It is based off of it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's probably full. Okay. So it needs more space. Scale or whatever. So more space, it might actually do what it needs to now. Dutch salt. That should not be saying Takodachi assault again. That is wrong. That should not be the case. Okay, back to that code. Damn bug. Spawner. Why are you doing that, spawner? Wave. Okay. I put the error label. I won't find the warning label. Did I put the warning label before I set the. Where's the wave plus? I see. I don't want to put that in another spot though. I do have to wait at the time. Interesting conflict. Okay. Well, it just ends there if the waves are infinite anywhere at the last wave. We'll reset to... Oh, it's a... No, then -1 becomes 0 on that. Okay. It's actually good. That's actually what we want. And last wave should be the last wave. Okay. Logically, it's good. Takadachi is solvent. Like almost actually have any damage I can do to dragons, which is fine. And that's full screen every time I play. Honestly, I think the Vito one's the most powerful because it can hit something from anywhere. So I think this is what peak build is. Might be wrong. Peak armor though. Kind of abusing the house physics so they can hit me directly. I guess we're going to test the feature we wanted to test, technically. Oof. Oh my god, look at this help. Okay. I should actually close the game. Alright. So, we need a randomizer too. So, we're going to create a new one. randomized. Ironically, we can kind of just copy the same logic. We should name it randomized enemy wave. There we go. Okay, it's randomized enemy wave. Okay, here what it does that. Or, oh, I renamed the static one. Okay. Okay, and so this is going to be var max. That's going to be export. Spawn count. Default by 5, but here's just going to be spawn count. So that is going to be pick random. And then initiates that one. Pictal. And we don't have to do this +1 logic. We can just make it equal 0 and then up to 5. Because it'd be 4 here, and then spawn another on the 4th one. 0 be 1. So 4 is effectively 5th one. So no weird extra logic needed for that. Okay. So I'm excited for a game called Fata Diem next week. So I'm gonna watch this in the future. Or now if they're on Twitter. I'll be doing that mostly next week. The main reason I made this do nothing but this week. That and I need to get practice on this. Anyway, spawn count. Anyway, we got it. We needed probably. Let's make an early round. I want to say, do we want so spawner? Oh yeah, I know we can just make it basic infinite. Probably make it like 20,000. No one's gonna be that insane. Someone will. But they're not my concern. Anyway, back to the world. 2D. I'm gonna make that text modulate to 0. So I just don't want to see it at the moment. Okay. And I guess we'd rename all the waves. We put a third wave and it's random. It's just a test. Anyway, spawners are there. Let's add 2. This is your second one. It's actually now 2. Or no, they're not 2. Wave 2, randomized. And add all 3 of the elements. Just smack it from one of these. So descent from the next one. I'm not usually a big fan of random, but it works. Last round. Each. Technically, could weight them by adding more, so there's like 50% chance by like any of the others on, but I'm not going to do that here. Anyway, spawn count, as I said, 20k. And let's bring the spawn timer down. Let's make it 0.4. Spawn time, that's 0.5. 1.5. I guess it did switch which parent's doing it. So 0.5 on that. So it's even more rough than that. 1.0. 1.0. Here, make it 2. No, we'll keep it 1.5. 1.4. 1.6. 0.7. That round is going to be insane. But I expect no one to survive that. But I want to make sure that round 3 does spawn 5. Okay. Well, I don't think I named the last round. Right. Actually, I'm thinking we do need that. We get a moment for protection, get those, and then a beetle for attack damage. This should go quickly though. We should full screen it. Oh, should be named Wave 3, but alright, we're gonna see if you crash here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how long we can last with this team, because this is a really strong feeling team. Just curious how long I can do. Okay, here's the first hard round. I'm gonna get rid of the healers first. So Momo's the one we gotta watch out. That's her current team's health. And it's a little low. sort of restored a bit of it. Got a lot of hits there. We lost any units, which is good. This isn't even the hardest round, though. Okay, we might have to tank some of these hits. Okay, this is the hardest round. Until the infinite. I was too brave on that. Let's try a different team. Most of us should do double shielding. Maybe 3 pipes, soda, and a dream. I don't know. And they healed each other. Okay. Hide in theory with this one. We're gonna rename that, but wait, still. We'll do it after this. So we're gonna avoid the evil cubes. Okay, good, we got that. Oh. Oh well. Time to make a gecko. So now we're doing the more art part of the stream. And that was me explaining crap. So right now they're very dynamic. I was thinking we could redesign them like that. But we can do redesigns later. Right now, making character. So, I'm trying to do that. So we need to look at some geckos. It was in Trez Twitter. This is pretty much their official gecko plushie. And I actually like this as a base. So, get a little bit of hair, that fun stuff. So this is hopefully not the most complex thing to make. There's a few other options out there too, but I like this base the most. So, that is what we're going to try to semi-replicate here in pixelated form. So, got a round head and a relatively simple body, in theory. So, that's like their general shape, I would say. They got 2 horns. Then there's hair. And it also goes down to the sides. Now, animating that, I'm not sure. You could try a few things with it, but I'm not sure how we're going to animate this. So this is also more of a plushie model, but that's fine. From the back, though, certainly want it to be all hair. So, since the model in the front has most of the hair, we want it to be. It is 16 by 16, 32 by 32. We do 32 pixel here. Well, we want more room. So, obviously more hair on the back is what I was trying to say. Tempted to add just the tail, but we could, from a side profile. Well, that's not good. Side profile, and then we have the horn come out like that, and then we have the ponytail, then take up most of the space, and then we have the tail included, and then the body. One hard thing we have to make sure is the body is consistent between them, and side profile needs a walking animation at some point, maybe not immediately. Anyway, I think this right here is almost a good layout. We're going to start from fresh because we're not going to try to rush 2-second drawing. So, we know they got a larger head. Let's try that. They got a larger head. Might be too far up. Might be too big also. Let's start over. I have a few of those probably with this. I'm not used to making characters like this, but I'm practicing while also game developing. So we probably are going to lose some of these lines at the top, so we're more worried about the chin. I almost feel like the face should be flat. Oh, for some reason I thought that would be. Oh, I'm not in override mode. It would help if we're in override mode. There we go. Alright, so we want to give them a big head, that's what I was thinking. A little bit of hair on one side. Okay. Oh, oops. General body about. Okay, arm. Let's go about there. Do my prep steep legs for a second. We can copy it over half to the other side. We need to do that. We actually want a little bit of edge there. No, they aren't that flat-footed. I don't want to give it too much bulge either. So, can't see it now. Maybe hair should be a little more off to the side. So, I need to be a little bit more than that. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to place all the body part, basically. Kind of their hand. It's supposed to be a long bit of hair. That's going to come down. I mean, in the model here it touches, but we don't have to do exactly what the model has. We should be approximately correct. A little hair fluff that goes down and up. That there. Go. We're getting there. We also got to do the horns. First of all, copy this to the other half. Need to at least make sure we're like copying half. A little bit of a lazy trick, but yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Needs to be. How many pixels are we in each direction? 3, 4. Okay. So character is perfectly symmetrical at this moment. Probably want to make the hair go like that. I would probably just remove perfect symmetricalness, but whatever, who cares? Oh, actually, I do it, but okay. A little bit of that. A little bit above. Sacrificing a little detail for artisticness. Copy that out exactly. They look angry at me, and the eyes aren't even in yet, because the eyes are going to be a couple pixels. Whoops. Well, maybe not whoops. Okay, actually, that almost worked. The problem right now is they're kind of a flat head if we do it like this. So we have to make the hair brush up. Now look, I got a mohawk. Yeah, I guess the model arguably has that, but front angle here though. I want the horns. That there. I don't think we're gonna get the boat in the back. Sorry. I wanted to, but we're not gonna be able to get that. And the wings are gonna be complicated too. We'll do the wings last. I have them in a different texture plane. I'll do one and copy the other. Might need to do the same for the tail. I don't know if we have to do the tail. Oh, yeah. You know, I don't even know if they need a face or a mouth part. I mean, we could just do South Park and do that. I was thinking kind of like that. Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah, one pixel up there. Okay. Neck's a little bit fat though, but we can work with that. Move, no, we can't move it to the eye. Problem is the body's now a bit thin. Doesn't work. We'll just have the lizard eyes right there. Kinda almost there. Give them a bit of a chin. Starting to see it. Almost looks too generic though. Don't have the colors in yet, but that's probably one problem. I don't have to be exact. A few other geckos. I mean, there's a few other gecko options, but we got the general features at least down. And we could be silly and do like the gamer subs one where it's a red tank top and a blue. Yeah, I might do that actually. I don't want to do the Vshoujo logo or anything like that, so which is the one we're originally looking at. So we're looking at the one on top of the water bottle right there. I was thinking that maybe. So that might actually work. I'm sure I'm gonna get a walk animation with this though. That's the hard part we gotta figure out. Let's make them a bit slimmer, maybe. It just doesn't look right to me. Oh, I've got a pirate petty plate with that one. It's pixel shorter. Oh my god. I hate bots. I hate bots. I hate bots. Screen. Bots are the worst, man. This is my side screen still as I'm looking at it. Should get a pink color first for most of the body. So I could use eyedropper to get the exact color on that. I'm going to use eyedropper. It's consistent between at least two of them, so I want to use that. Where is it should be under tools, right? And move it? Or am I just potentially dumb? I think I moved it. Oh, I'm in Chrome. Actually, that explains it. That's also Chrome. I'm Firefox on this side, and I'm blonde. I can't believe I couldn't recognize I was not at that. Okay, there's more tools in Firefox. There is eyedropper. I feel so stupid. Anyway, that hexadecimal is this. I would have never guessed that, probably. And we're going to flood fill for now. I got to turn anti-aliasing off. Oh, shoot. It's a pixel. Okay, back to flooding the universe. Oh, I can make that their mouth, actually. Okay, that's kind of an idea. I vibe with that idea. Oh! It's not exactly to the model, but I don't have a lot of space to work with. Okay. Oh, not draw. I just wanted to make sure that things are colored before we go further. There's no confusion, because I realized that just now that it looks potentially bad. Okay. Artistic, nobody get mad at me. It was not intentionally bad. Someone will get mad at me, though. Someone's bound to admit it's the internet. Okay. I believe that perfectly represents it. Oh, no, wait. Actually, it's the other way around. Ah. Maybe do like 3 pixels. Yeah, that's perfect. I'd say that's perfect. Okay. Honestly, it is a darker red, so we can flood fill it. Doesn't matter. We can finish flood filling stuff too. Oh no! There we go. What is the right red? Okay. Mouth does go quite up though. Okay. Now I'm willing to try something here. Oh! Flood fill is still active on that. Anyway, I'm gonna switch to okay, so maybe have the that looks set brownie. Let's move this a few pixels up then. I feel like they're gonna call me a nerd. So pixels do it. Cross. Goes like right up to their eyes, the nose, so do like a nose. They look like some nose now. That's not the type of nose we want. How did I turn Steam off? What the? I'm certain I killed Steam. I guess I came back. Dumb. I want them to smile. I mean, I don't know how they got them to look like they're smiling. I mean, we gotta keep in mind those are gonna be the eyes. So, I guess while we're at it, let's make the eye. So we can start getting the effects. Needs to be darker than that though. Maybe a bit lighter than that. And honestly, the iris itself should be white. Okay, now they're looking a bit more angry than I thought they did. Get a little black spot there. Okay, they are looking more angry than I thought they did. Huh, that actually does fit the character, technically. I'm going to leave it like that. But as a starting base, that's actually kind of pretty good. Right, I could just key. Which key? That key. That's probably more. Anyway, we won't fuck it. Oh, this is kind of a fire. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So, we want that to be fiery red here. Yeah. Maybe the mouth's not quite right. No. They look extra disappointed with us. Even more extra disappointed, but that's not quite right either. I'm almost thinking we need to expand. Raise it a bit. Okay, now they're looking more like a lizard. Again. Actually, removing some texture actually made sense there. No, it actually looks better if it's just the choking part. It's actually kind of weird. Or I'm just going insane for how hard I'm trying on this. I never did save this. Textures. Ooh. Let's pull out the yellow. I'm gonna get another eye chopper on that for the bad. Just want to get an eye chopper on the horns. Actually, no, that's correct. Yuki, I must send you to the shuttle room. Sorry. I don't think that's the right color for the horns. It looks the same as the skin color. Unless I didn't. Oh, I didn't copy them. You must fight in the shuttle game. Oops. Yeah, that looks almost more correct. But we need to have like the way to make it look like this inner. Let's make the rest of it lighter. Kind of correct. I think the coloring isn't. Just looking more models at the side here. Yeah, but look at those. That good real top. That's not what I intended. I might just do that. I can have a little more space on the face. Okay, okay. Okay, correct. Actually, I think that does kind of work. Should do that to the hair. Hmm. I wonder if I can just remove the black pixels there. Just have red. So. No. That's actually bad. Straight red there. I extend the eyes like the lizard like. Oh. Unless. I'm not going to look at two conflicting models, technically. That's the weird thing about this. I'm letting the hair break the rules. Definitely this inner part looks lizardy to me. Okay, we're going to at least make one more texture that's semi-related. It's fire. There we go. Fireball texture. I want to get an example. So, looking at just some Google results, that's what we're getting. So there's one of those spouts of fire. I'm gonna try that, spouts of fire. The reason I moved off screen because you never know who it's gonna give you. Nah, that's not what we want. I mean, nothing inappropriate here, but it's not exactly what I was imagining. Okay. Go back and result. Go off with like these images. Too much of a texture, but that's kind of what I was thinking. Need just a red ball. Red chaotic ball. Red chaotic ball. All it needs a bunch of. All it needs a very charged core. This might be the worst for the drawn fireball. It looks more like a lava rock. Than a fireball. At the moment. If we have some red flickers around it. And not quite the effect I was trying to create. Spout some orange to that red. It's getting more and more chaotic. I'm liking that part. I'm looking at it like that, in theory. And just not one of them. Let me do big sheet rip, for example. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna maybe take it, but I don't want to. Okay. So it's probably closer to the real size we're gonna see it at. So we're gonna be seeing it kind of like that, or not like that. This will also add it. Okay, they don't look as bad in the distance as I thought they would. And it won't look like that. But ideally, it's going to be really small, coming out of the mouth, and then it grows size as it's spread out. Somehow it looks slightly better when it gets shrunk. So, yeah, they literally are going to spit fire. So that's how I see how this is going. We'll even have a large hitbox, or maybe I guess it might be a hitbox. They just need to detect the enemies, get the closest enemy, and the closest enemies within range, they just spit fire at them. Speaking of which, this maybe should have a little red in there. Oh, yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, actually, that was kind of getting into the direction I wanted to be in. Should make the gecko fully operational, though, before we go too far, much further, though. So, we're going to name that Fireball. Yep. Okay, let's actually get to the character creation part. Part that I am the professional at. Anyway, characters. Gecko. Watch Zentra. I mean, I wish I could watch more streams lately, but I'm just too busy to do practically anything in general. So I'm actually kind of sad I never actually catch streams on anybody that I really like. And now I'm extra busy with this too. So that doesn't help much. Just in character. Okay, I'm going into character. Oh, it's already highlighted for me. That's convenient. So roll melee damage dealer. Trade. I'm gonna make sure I spelled that right. That is my one. E for an A. This issue. Whoa. Some trans pickers all have the ability to fire and do so on spy enemies. So damage is the roll. Sport. Damage. All. Let's see, it's 5 bar damage or fireballs per second. Or fireballs. Fireball cooldown. 2. Actually, we could just base it off of. No. They're a flamethrower, so their cooldown's gonna work different than. I don't know. Every single character's cooldown works differently than the others. It's silly. Unfortunately, their do action is gonna just make them. It's just like the other characters we've been working on. Which I don't know the exact thing, but yeah, it just sets back to 0. Why am I back on that? I mean, we could make it comedic and the flames just don't go off. So many things. Well, I mean, not every character can do it, but character 2D. Where is it? Do action. Process actions. We probably should just take all of that. Maybe not. Go. I changed their thing. Function. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. That is the function you want to take over. Back to Gecko. Back to Gecko. Get a function. This is like the third one we're making. Or get closest to enemy. Let's take Dragoon's logic. Use a world grammar. World. Position. Bar. Enemy. If not me, return. Okay. World dot current dot that. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, to the world. Okay, world, where's world? Here. Okay. We should get closest enemy location. Cycle through enemies. Our enemy, no, what's the current one? Turn enemy. Location, oh, good, we got position right there. Set that to be our position. The world position, we don't want to worry about that. First of all, let's make sure Dragoons are affected by that change. Okay, yeah, they're fine. They're fine by that. Okay. The refactor always make sure it runs first. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I just got tired of rewriting that function. Okay, world. In the get-go. World dot current dot closest enemy position. There. Oh shit, it's close to me. And we could have another group danger zone. Danger zone. I think they should just spit out flame. So maybe it should be fireball. No, we didn't have fireball cooldown between frames. So each fireball have its own hitbox as it expands also. Okay. Danger zone. It was like it's 10 for now. Boy. So. Fireball. Cooldown. Cost. So our fireball's going to cost a cooldown point. And let's just say they got 5. That's how much it's going to cost. This one's highly customized. Danger zone. Anyway. How close their ability will activate. So. Actually, we don't. Actually, we do need process action. If we should do that. Flame active. Fireball active. That's false. So if fireball active should be all the fireball logic, and then else we figure out we're going to start firewalls. Or actually, we do return. Here, let's make it hold another function actually. So haste, cooldown, countdown, plus equal. That's the other side of it. We do need a delta with this then. If equal 0, fireball, fireball. Okay, and cooldown minus equals delta. Set, first of all, we'll set cooldown to fireball min and max size. Sorry, I scratched my face. Fireball spout. Cooldown. Cooldown logic work there as intended, I believe. When you make like a trait or something, for just cooldowns, just slap it onto something or slap it in an object. I mean, an object called cooldown wake, and then it has a callback like when cooldown's ready. Thoughts for later, but we are using that logic a lot, and I'd rather not mess it up or mess it up. Okay, let's do the other part of the logic. Okay. If closest enemy sorry. Oh yeah, fireball spot also. And if closest enemy is null. Turn. We're gonna do. It'd be nice that one case. If no enemies are on the board, we can shut it off early. That's the only exception, though. Just so it doesn't randomly magically start or has to fire in some weird direction. It's always fire in the direction of an enemy. Oh, that's an idea. Hodor. Okay. Honestly, this is the hardest character it's going to make, code-wise, now. Besides maybe the initial Doki Bird. And that's because it didn't have any plans yet at that point. Well, what else am I building out of these? That is the question I need to ask myself. Because I already forgot what my list was. The KFB employee would be a lot easier, and the ruffians would be a lot easier. So we'll have time Thursday and Friday to build more of these out. Good. And more enemy wave stuff. So I'm happy about that then. Okay, we need to finish at least to make this functional. I want functional stuff before I put them out. That is something I definitely want to do. Anyway. So, position to closest enemy, and if it's within the danger zone. Less than danger zone. Fireball actor's true. Oh, wait. If cooldown or countdown? Haste countdown. Haste countdown has to be less than 0.01. And position. You can't start if it's cooling down still. Anyway. Chase countdown. Haste countdown. Oh, it's probably complaining it's indented. Pass. Yep, that was it. We need to think of what to add to it. But the fireball act was true. We can deal with it next frame. So they'll have a second delay, but that's fine by me, actually. So fireball spout. So we need actual fireball. Fireball. I have its extend item, I'm pretty sure. Script fireball. Where's this attached script? I want attached script. Oh, I have the wrong character. Well, maybe we do extend script. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, let's see if the Doki bird thing has anything I can tell you less from. I'm gonna have to do the noise part of it. So it should be under like objects. Enemy laser. Oh, just laser. That's all we need. Alright, we just directly do process and we do. Oh, there's a deal damage function. Is that ours? That's probably not. Hitbox, and I thought I was unlasered. Okay, yeah, it's on physical. We'll just take this. I don't think static object is the right term for that stuff, but it's just a dumb object. I really went with it. Yeah, we'll deal with it at the moment. For now, we just want to get this added. Oh, yep, I guess we can just do the collision damage right there. No, we're not doing remaining lifetime on this one. Oh, not for the damage part of it. The dope solution. Able to point. Cool. We can basically just copy that logic right there. Where is it? In theory, we can just use that logic. What am I looking for? Oh, right, I wanted to have a preload. There we go, and that should be good for preload. Be there in a minute. Sorry. Actually, it's a fire. It doesn't care about collision. It shouldn't do any collision. Can I just move? I could just do a move. You take the lifetime, whatever. How the process? Okay. I'm not gonna modulate. We're just gonna disappear when it gets the max size. Remaining lifetime delta. Remaining lifetime delta. Brain. Okay. Scale equals. Max size. Size sub. We're doing a scale 0 to 1 with these two somehow. So that's the scale. Plus min size. So that's how you scale. It's always going to be bigger. So we get like 4. That's more like a maximum range. That's range. Times that by percent. Okay, I got it. Okay. Times. This is actually a reverse. So if it's a full life, I want it to be minimum. I'll pass. That's going to deal damage instead of intersection. Idea. Collision box. So its scale will adjust to that. So 0 to 1 at the moment, but whatever. Based on how much lifetime it has left, and nothing stops it, so it can deal multiple damage. That's what makes this. That's what will make this OP. But the downside is you can't control it completely. It's just a gecko reaction, so good luck controlling it. Okay. And Fireball enter. Wouldn't have an entity pass in there, right? If T is living entity, B dot take damage equal to the damage we deal for fireball damage. So there we go. Ta-da! Okay, back to Gecko. We do have a damage. Why is it not taking damage? Oh, my damage is not doing great. Probably damage for fireball. Should be happy with that. It does seem OP 5. Maybe it's B2. Okay, so fireball, fireball, fireball. Damage, rotation, position. Rotation, isn't it? Ow. Miss anything on Twitter? I actually tabbed out of that one specifically. Ow. Oh, just heard my own voice. Probably when I said ow. That probably was when I said ow. Anyway. Back to more art bullshit. I think we're going to quit a little early today. I am tired. So we'll quit after 9 once we get this functional. And then we're going to put things up and we're going to be done. I wanted to work on some other characters, but we're not doing that today at this point. Hopefully Ruffians will have a lot less detail. We'll get to that Thursday. And same Friday with... wow, my brain's not fully working. And then probably we're going to spend a lot of time doing fixes too. Or not fixes, character updates, I'm going to call them. So characters actually look nice. All of them. I want them all to look nice. In like a matter of weeks. But we're not in yet here. We're still getting this set up. So Gecko, 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 Gecko. Yes. I wanted to do the fireball min, fireball max, fireball. Size, max size, yeah, size, max size. Excuse me. Min and max. We min-maxed this. Okay. That should be good. I'm happy with that. In theory. I'm happy with it. Fireball, that's global position. Same for that. Oh, rotation. Let's actually make sure that is not what I think that is, because that is what I think it is. We're going to have to change that. Because fireballs don't get rotations. We might adjust it later. But, yeah. I just copy the script over. I might share rotation and angle. Yeah, it does. Okay. Angle is just an angle. So, angle. Bad. Sure. Okay, and it's all angle. Good. Good. No, wait. I'm not in. I was in firewall. Anyway, angle, and make sure we're not using rotation. Okay, good. So rotation is godot, and we don't want to mess with that yet. We might add that in later. That's the thing. But right now, it's not the proxy. Alright. Okay. And I don't know if we have the shutoff valve. We're going to add a shutoff valve. Oops. So if cooldown. Fireball active equals false. It starts, it keeps going, and once it's done, I can't do anymore. Alright. We need to actually add character now. So we're gonna remember collision first this time. Yep. Okay, and let's get the gecko texture in the house. Traya. Whoa, I'm too zoomed in. Okay. We need that texture to be nearest. I'm trying nearest mini-map nearest. Well, actually, yeah, it does look. After I've been away for a few minutes, it actually does look good. So, yeah, I did get away for a few minutes working on the code to make it look better to me. So I'm actually happy about that. What about Fireball? It's alright. It'll work for now. Anyway. And as always, we're going... No, not from Saba's, which we need to rewrite that one, honestly. We can take it from Shrimp, though. If we actually have a character, though. We can just take it. Yeah. But you look happy. I'll give him that. Boom. Boom. Right. Fireball. This damage for Fireball times cooldown. But divided by actually. That worked now. Okay. Fireball spout. Got that. Okay. Okay. This isn't like the most complicated one we've made so far. No, it's not the most complicated. Pretty sure this one's more complicated made. But it's certainly one that's annoying. Anyway, back to the gecko. Right, they need to fix the full body. Collision shape, I mean. So back to 2D. That's the collision shape. That's fair. Okay, make unique in case I do adjustments on it later. Cool. Okay. And what else do we need? That might actually be it. On this side. Make sure we're using the right script. Yep. Fireball. We're gonna copy that in there too. Make unique. I do a collision mask on fireball. So I only care about enemies. I do on a. I guess we can't even do that here. Never mind. I do want to put a fireball in here real quick. Fireball. Okay. Anyway. I kind of like it. I think it grew on me. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have this over for the moment. It's not great though. I mean, it could be better. If we can get this animated, that could be great. But that'll be something later. Or maybe we can hire someone to animate first, or find like a free asset online. But that's not now here now. Gecko's still the best out of this. Sorry, I'm with chicken with his head cut off. Ooh, not a good term though. Right. I think I want collision. Not collision shape. Area 2D. I'm fine with that. Fireball ignores things. So, when this hits something, body entered. I want it to be fireball. Cool. On fireball enter, and if entity is a living entity, takes damage. And area 2D will have, should be 3 for enemies. We're gonna just do, I think it's just mask 3. We'll see if our fireballs are effective or not later, in a minute. And the main second, we're gonna add the thing to the thingamajig. Textures, it's scenes. So select your menu, and now we're adding Gecko. Okay, took it lowercase. That's fine. That might be a bit too well. Oh, there's something. Okay. Distance to vector 2. Object to vector. It's probably fair. How does the world function? Oh. Oh, they can't win at the moment. Let's look at remote the camp. World player. Oh. Time to look at stuff. We're not really not going to either, sadly, I don't think. Okay, well, we'll do prints then. So, what we do know so far. Oh, did we actually add it to? Oh, we did add it to the world. Or we would add it to the world, but it's not active. Anyway, back to this bullshit. So, fireball, spout. I'll spout. That's a good question. How will we get this one? Fireball. So if it's not active, we go into haste. Cooldown's less than 0, or less than, basically 0. Should be if that's the case. So, print fireball is now active. Let's see if this happens at all. Or print screen. It says it when we're on top of them. It's not seeming to set stuff in there. Either the fireballs are microscopic. Okay, Debugger did have a few complaints, but it's nonsense. Actually, that might not be. No, that is. Gonna be 0's greater? See, I remember I said earlier about we should merge that logic. Well, we spawned a fireball. Successfully. But it's going for an unhit thing we don't have anymore. It's fireball, right? Oh, we got rid of that. Or actually, we don't even need that because fireball's not going to have that. Okay, well, this is why we debug. This to be fully functional before we give it to people. Okay. We need to increase that distance, I'm pretty sure. Scale. Number 2. Okay, it has to be a whiny little baby. It's not activated. Okay, we have to be like on top of the enemy, which is too much at the moment. Okay, now it doesn't call the vector 2, which means it doesn't support that. So we're going to do the laziest function. Okay, well, it should not be just sparks that only exist for a second. Oh, what the? Oh, okay, that is probably not meant to happen. Okay, well, that is opposite of what I expected. I'm not sure what to say to that. I don't know why it's so tiny for so long either. So take the max size. Let's say that's 1 and that's 0. I don't know, but let's do that. Take the normal scale it would have, times it by the max size. So it's the variant between min and max. And remaining lifetime, it's reverse of it actually. So it's 100% max life still. Yeah, so we're getting a percent here. That's the whole goal. So remaining life divided by life. Maybe it should be 1 minus is my mistake. I think that is my mistake. Or at least the scaling. I was going to figure out why the other thing is bad. That makes sense. Let's throw that function on the ready, because we're already not ready. So that's why it's bouncing out like that. How much lifetime am I giving it, though? 10 seconds. It's not a... Maybe that's the problem. Lifetime needs to be like 2 seconds. Okay, where is... Treya? Yeah, we're not saying it's lifetime. Do we have a lifetime on this guide, on this side? I realize they're sticking. Paste and variable active here equals false. That was the mistake. Okay. I was mixing down two different types of cooldowns in my head. Happens when you miss the loop too hard. I should make an object called timer. At this point. Yeah, now it's spouting 1 every 0.5 seconds. We're not going to increase the timer on that. Kind of a cool effect, though. But not near as intended. So. I'm going to say it's 2 seconds. Fireball. 1 second. Fireball lifetime. 1 second. There's a lot of configurable variables here, and I like it. That's closer to what we want as an effect. Not the distance. About there, we should be breathing fire on them. So what's wrong with the distance math? So we're almost there. We almost got a functioning thing, then we need to do precision. We're not worried about precision at this second, though. We're worried about why is it not working at all. So as long as we have some cooldown, or as long as the cooldown's basically ready. It's position pixel based. Okay, we're gonna make it 100. They're already 32 by 32. It's like 4 times their length. So let's make it 300. This might be a bit extreme. Yeah, 300 is a bit extreme. Why is it leaning that way? Doesn't look like I'm losing any cooldown. No, I did a minus on it? And if I'm doing a minus, that's why it's infinite. Actually, it'd help if I actually did the math. Haste plus equals haste. It's a haste compound, first of all. And it's pretty sure a variable for it. It's fireball's cooldown, which we're going to make that I'll make that a 0.2 actually. We're gonna add another thing for fireball speed. What's the speed? It might be called angular velocity. Fireball velocity. What's it right now? Well, let's make that 300. Let's make it more 450. Make it more vicious. And it should be fireball lifetime. Let me look real quick. Make that 125. So it's only got a quarter of a second to exist. It's got velocity that many pixels per, I think, second. And we need to add fireball cooldown cost. No, we're not doing anything with fireballs. Oh, we need to reduce the distance. Here. Ooh, that is closer, but we need more lifetime than once the second we got. Last bit longer than the time we gave it. Okay. It's getting close. We're close to getting what we want. Just balancing it now. Actually, I think I want more fireballs, honestly. So, fireball lifetime's going to be back to 75. So it's 3 times the distance. Danger zone, we reduced. Yeah, we're going to keep it there for now. I'm going to make that 0.2. And reduce the damage it deals per each to 0.5. I might go more velocity. At this point, we just might want more reach. Okay, actually, the I actually need more velocity. Something else is messed up with it too. Yeah, we need to reduce that distance though. Triggering it. So now it's not triggering at all. There we go. Oh, but now it's an infinite loop. It's an infinite. It's just not burning enough energy per tick. Let's look at the cost. Let's double it. Right, because 0.2 would be less than... Yeah, that would be it. Okay. First thing we need to do. We need to add velocity based on the player's velocity somehow. So you look in character real quick. It might just be a function I'm looking for in theory. Actually, can I just look that up? Move and collide. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Direction 2. Direction 2 is velocity. Okay. Hopefully they can calculate that quickly. Add that to the fireball velocity. That's what I'm thinking. About delta. I'll give velocity change actually. Or is that? No, that's not important either. Because that's a slowdown or speed up, I believe, actually. So we're going to call this inherent velocity. Or inertia. How do we get angle 2 on this? Should process. No, it's going to be the physics process. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bring a plus onto that. I'm going to times that plus by delta times delta. So that's changed. Called origin velocity bar. Okay, this will remove that awkward feeling we're seeing. I believe. Where'd I put it? Oh, direction 2. Hopefully that works as I think it will. Kinda, maybe. Definitely makes danger close, danger close. we're not going to do well with that at the moment. We need more lifetime on it. I think I did remove the awkwardness on it, but it still needs more life. Time. So we're going to give it 2.75 seconds. And on the character themselves, they need a bit more cooldown too, I believe. Their cooldown. Yeah, we need 5.0. Yeah, that's probably more accurate. But that's too much distance. Okay, maybe that's not right. 2.5 is wrong. 0.75, I think, is the right measure then. We just need more velocity. It's a little more than that, though. Just try with one. Actually, it does cover a lot of area. Just the damage isn't that high. Even though it goes through multiple targets. Range actually probably is where we want it to be at. Maybe we should do a little more damage. I'm going to increase the danger zone by 40%, I guess. Make max fireball size half. $75. Cut that down to 1. Actually, I'm going to reduce the fireball damage back down, probably. No, fireball's going to be super OP. I can keep that. So, I mean, right now, it's 7.5. Sava does the most. Oh, it's 5 per snap. Okay, that might be a bit OP. But now we need the range / lifetime. Now that we've reduced the size. Okay. So we'll get the lifetime up to 1.25. I think this might be it. Damage might need to be a bit more, but we'll cross that. We'll cross that. Actually, that might be perfect. And yes, it does keep your velocity. Okay. We can balance that more later, but that is a pretty good balance to start. And it's weak against dragoons, so we know it's frontal assault. Okay, now time to test how OP this build can be. So, I feel better with another Hope Soda and maybe Vtuber. Maybe a bunch of them and Hope Soda. So, yeah, Momo is like the most OP at this point. So they're probably gonna need some kind of nerf. So Trim might legitimately be the best one on the back. So she might be a good backliner, actually. Yeah, she's good from behind. Do it from the sides, it's not gonna get anything. Oh, yeah, that can just kill you. Okay. I think I'm done for today. I'm gonna upload this to itch.io, post it on Twitter, and all that fun stuff. So, see everybody later. Have fun.